Sup, guys? Shane P here from Super Paloma Bros, and I'm here with my boy First Scorpio Chronicles. and
What's up?
today,
What's up? What's up?
yes, sir. And today we are going to review Batman '97 Joker War Part 3. So yes, this is going to be a full breakdown spoiler review for you guys. So there's a spoiler warning before we get into it. So there's your warning. So let's go ahead.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Well, first I want like every review, I like to review the cover first. And
Yes.
this cover A is I didn't get the cover B. I think it was a Catwoman cover.
Yeah.
The cover A is done by George Jimenez, and it's just Joker standing behind Batman, like, and he's chained up by his neck, multiple chains, and he's pretty much saying feeling comfy, bats, and he's laughing, and it's just a really crazy Joker done right there by George. It's a pretty awesome cover.
Yeah.
I love it. Pretty awesome,
Beautiful cover.
you know.
No
So
complaints.
exactly. So let's get into it. So the book opens up and it shows them Punchline in this place called the Tri Corner Yards, and she's on the dock talking with the designer, right? The what's his name? The underbroker.
Underbroker.
Okay, I'm like the
Underbroker.
designer. Yeah.
No, I wish.
That's what I'm saying. I guess I just want him back so bad. But anyways,
I
like,
do too.
Punchline is on the docks talking to the underbroker, and she's talking about all these canisters, and she's asking, like, did we get every canister? And the underbroker saying, yes, we did, because they outbidded everybody, that try to get the canisters. And she's like, I fucking love being rich. So it goes back to the Joker taking all of Bruce Wayne and Batman's money and spending all his money wherever the hell he wants to. So
Which is messed up.
right. And then she goes and talks to the Joker's thugs, and it's pretty much just saying the Joker's waiting for all those what's it called? They're cooking up one of Punchline's new Joker toxins, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she's asking are they going to be done or loaded up and shipped out and stuff. And then one of the Joker's thugs ends up speaking up, and he says, "Is this it? Is this no security?" And then Punchline looks down. She's like, "You're the security." And then he says, "I just mean the guys have been talking. We're gonna pass through the Narrows to get to Ace, and the clowns don't do too hot in the Narrows right now." So Punchline just freaking jumps and grabs that dude by the neck, and it says, "Talk faster, make me care." And then she puts her knife right to his neck. And he's like, "I'm sorry." He said 12 clowns are dead in the Narrows yesterday. And then Punchline tells that, dude, like, Batman doesn't kill. And then the thug says, this wasn't a bat. This was something else, something weirder. So then it does a flashback to the Narrows yesterday, and it shows these two thugs inside what used to be Batman's Batmobile.
Yeah.
And they're driving and they can't move, and he said, I'm hitting the accelerator, but nothing's happening. And then there's this shadowy figure outside of the Batmobile, and he says, "So those controls don't work too good, huh?" And then he said, he's standing on top of the Batmobile, and he's saying, "Wasn't sure if I could short circuit one of your fancy cars, but it looks like it was I just needed a transformer and a fire hydrant." And then the clown inside says, "This used to be a Batmobile. You're not gonna break in, kid." And then the character, we don't know the name yet, but we do. But I'm just gonna say for the book's sake, he says, he's pretty much, I wasn't trying to break in. I'm not trying to do that. And then he ends up saying, it's gonna be really, really. He says it's gonna be hot, hot, hot in there. He said, "I got my anti-clown toxin here. I bought it down at the gas station." And then he starts pouring it inside of the Batmobile, with one of where the windshield got cracked. And then the clown's like, "Is this gasoline?" He said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And then you see him strike a match, and then he reveals his name. He says, "I'm Clown Hunter. Sorry, that sucks for you, I know." And then, dude, all you see is freaking flames inside of that damn Batmobile, and it is
Now,
crazy.
this is the crazy part that I have to mention because I have seen some other reviews on this,
Right.
and they kind of consider the Clown Hunter as part of the Bat family, but the Bat family don't kill.
I don't think so. That's just me. Not yet. Maybe later on in the
Do you
future he might
do
be,
you
but
think it's a possibility that he may still enter? Because one of them, I can't think of which one it was. One of them did kill someone.
right. Yeah. Well,
But
there's a bunch of
yeah,
I can tell you this. Not right now because Batman's fucking tripping balls.
yeah.
He's been
He doesn't
tripping.
even know about him yet.
He's been tripping for
So
like 4 books now. he's like,
literally,
dude, that
I
right, that freaking Joker toxin that Punchline made is so strong. Like it's so strong. He still hasn't.
yeah
Well, we're gonna get that later on in the book, but I'm just
yeah
saying, like he still hasn't shaked off that high or whatever that he's going through. That
no
the hallucinations is still there.
hallucination. It's not even a high. It's not even a
Right.
feel good toxin. It's a
It's tripping,
crazy
man.
toxin. But
Right.
yeah,
But I'm gonna
but
say this, but later on, maybe, but Clown Hunter is just his own thing right now.
yeah.
I don't think he wants to help out Batman right now. I think he just wants to kill clowns. That's just what I think he wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
I, he wants to, and I think that's just something that helps him relieve whatever he's going through. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's like a stress reliever to get rid of these clowns. He's probably sick of seeing them,
Right.
and that's why I can't wait for his origin to come out so I can at
Yes.
least read behind the reason for that. But it goes on to the next page after he said, "Sorry, that sucks for you. I know."
Yeah.
And punchline is back. They're back to the punchline and the clowns, and it says, "If you're scared of the narrows, go around the narrows. But I want
Mm-hmm.
you to keep this in mind. This right here, this is the plan. This is the key to Joker's big plan for Gotham City. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to help make a whole new blend of his old toxin. And you need to decide right now who you're really afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Some kid or the guy who's about to kill Batman."
Right. It's
I
crazy.
don't think he's literally physically trying to kill Batman.
Mm.
He needs Batman.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think he's
wild.
going to physically kill Batman. But it does go right to the next page where it goes back to the Monarch Theater,
Mm-hmm.
where Batman is now fighting. Where we left off back in '96, where Batman is now fighting all those dead people that the Joker killed that he couldn't save. And it says, "You've never been one to look failure in the face, have your bats."
Mm-hmm.
Well, here it is, ready to tear you to pieces. Some of these bags of bones have been rotting in the dirt for years. Some are much fresher. So there are some fresh bodies in there that he killed
Mm-hmm.
recently that he put in that theater. And this is all the Joker talking. And he said, "Which do you think are angrier? The ones who were there at the beginning when I was very different sort of clown, back when you underestimated the many casualties there be? Or is it the recent dead, the ones who died with you, knowing that the longer I stayed alive, the more of them would go the way of the Reaper?" So Batman is steady fighting them off, and they're
Mm-hmm.
steady coming toward him.
Yep.
And this is where he just literally just goes in and just started literally fighting all of them. And it's like, I guess it doesn't matter. They're all angry. They're all disappointed. So how do you think that would feel? People that you know that died by the hands of your enemy are now coming back to kill you as zombies. So they're angry at you, which
Yeah.
I think they're angry at the wrong person. But of course, they got that Joker toxin in them, so they're not thinking.
Right.
So, and it goes back to they all want you dead. Now, me, I think you're a little impatient if I'm being honest, I think I'll be better if things go according to my plan. Killing you is easy, it won't hurt you enough, but making everyone in Gotham City relive your childhood trauma, now that's what I call fun. Ha 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 ha. You know how Joker do his whole little laugh. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like the Pittsburgh Bats, they're all going to come to watch my special cut of Zorro. They won't be able to stop themselves. I'm offering too much money. They'll feel just like you did the night in the theater, all the drama and romance and power of the old legend. So of course he's still talking, and he's steady. The Batman is steady fighting these people off right now. So
Mm-hmm.
he's really not. He's hearing him, but he's not really paying attention. And the Joker's just steady talking and talking. And he said, at the end of it, I'll reveal the truth that years ago, Ittle Whittle Bruce Wayne was just like them. Then the bad man came with the gun, and surviving that made him into Batman. And I'll ask them what I'll turn them into before the gas starts filling the theater. So he's planning on using that gas, what Punchline has, and pretty much getting them all messed up on that Joker
Mm-hmm.
toxin. And it's
Right.
like, don't listen to him, Master Bruce. Keep your focus. Of course, he's still stuck on the toxin, y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
he's hearing Alfred
Alfred, yeah.
in his ear. And he says, I'm trying Alfred. Punchline toxin is still so strong. It's twisting reality up around. But if you pay attention to the pictures, now you're seeing all the zombies are turned into Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them look just like the Joker. And it says, what I'm seeing is impossible. But just listen to the sound of my voice. Keep yourself grounded. And it says, you're not real either. I beg your pardon. That's the voices talking. It says, I'm losing my grip. Hearing his voice is twisting my mind. I need him to shut up. He's talking about the Joker. You
Mm-hmm.
want to take it from there, Shane?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's crazy. I mean, I kind of had a feeling before we read this book that I knew that the Joker was going to be playing and pretty much telling everybody in
Mm-hmm.
Gotham who Batman is and unveiling
Mm-hmm.
who his real identity was. And it's crazy of the Joker to do that before they end up getting killed by him by the Joker toxin,
Mm-hmm.
and them having that last memory before they die, knowing that
Yeah.
Batman is Bruce Wayne. So that's just pretty fucking crazy. So I just want to say
But it,
that.
but think about this also. The movie that
Mhm.
he's basing it on,
Yeah,
Zorro,
it is. Yeah.
looking up that movie, there is a scene in that movie where they actually unmask Zorro and
Mhm.
show who he really was. So he
Right.
picked the same movie to show what he's doing. He's unmasking
Mhm.
Batman to show that it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So I like that comparison, what
Yeah.
they did with that movie.
And also the same movie, the same night when he was a kid watching with his parents before his parents got
Yeah,
killed primarily as well. So, which is pretty crazy. And
yeah.
it's like you said, is so much connections here, and it's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And Joker is just like I said, Joker right now just cutting super deep into Batman.
Yeah,
Like he just keeps on
it really
like
is.
going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper with this guy. So
Yeah.
he ends up like talking to the Alfred with quotations
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing right here, quote Alfred in his mind. And he says, what I'm seeing is impossible. And then Alfred's speaking, he says, just listen to the sound of my voice. Keep yourself grounded. And the next thing you know, Batman starts tripping balls and everybody in the theater is the Joker now. I just
Yeah.
want to say that. So he's like he's just seeing Joker everywhere. And he said, you're not real either. And then Alfred says, I beg your pardon. He said that Batman's like, I'm losing my grip. Hearing his voice and is twisting my mind. I need him
Yeah.
to shut up. And then all you hear is Joker laughing in the background. And he says, I'm not exactly the shutting up type Batman. I am the voice of God, the great Oz, shouting down from the big screen, shouting my way into your brain, just like I'll do the rest of them. Maybe some of them, those Gothamites, will get away and come try to fight me a few decades down the road when I've built my whole new world on the ashes of your old one. Isn't that nice to think about? And then while that was happening, when he was speaking, Batman threw one of his batarangs with like one of the bombs that were
Mm-hmm.
connected to it, and then he threw it to one of the, I think it was like a fuse box or
Yeah.
something like that. He threw it in stuff, and then it shows them while he was speaking the countdown from
Mm-hmm.
3 seconds, and then the Joker his final thing he said was, "Now they'll probably hate you too, just like all of those corpses because you weren't there to stop me. They'll know the truth. That is all yours." And then it just exploded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was crazy because right here I'm gonna show you guys. Like you see like a bunch of the like those
Yeah.
uh uh Joker zombies or whatever you
Yeah.
want to say, like piling up on Bruce Wayne why he threw that bomb. So it's wild. And then you see this big explosion. He said, and then Batman yells, "I said shut up."
Yeah.
And then Alfred's like, "Sir," he said, "the toxin is too much. I can't trust my eyes." And this is so fucking awesome right here. I just want to
This is
highlight.
the best.
He
This is
said
the best part.
he rips up one of his cape, and he ties it around his eyes so he can focus more better because that toxin's fucking him up. And he says, "But I don't need to fight." He says, "I don't need to fight them. I don't need them to fight." And there's a lot of ads
Little
on this book.
comment. Yeah.
I I'll go ahead, bro. What you say?
No, no, I'm saying it's a lot of little commentary here or there
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this one. So it's like, okay, what do I look? But it's
yeah,
still good. But yeah,
yeah.
that's the part where he go ahead.
So like all you like this scene, I just want to say George Jimenez is fantastic artist in this
Yeah.
book. This is crazy because you see Batman standing there with a bunch of flames and fire behind him with him like tied a freaking blindfold to his eyes and he can't see shit. In
Yeah.
in ninja mode, he's like in ninja mode right now, and he says a good bat knows how to fight blind. And dude, like Batman just went ham and started
He
fighting
did.
all these freaking Joker zombies like blindfolded, and it's just like he's just going in, dude, and it's fantastic. And I'm just gonna show you guys right here this whole panel right here, like how crazy that is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Such beautiful artwork.
Yes, it is. It's wild.
Yeah.
And then it goes down here, and it's Alfred speaking again. And he says, "Sir, they're relentless. You can't survive this long." And then Batman says, "I don't need to. I just need to move to the center of the battlefield." He said, "Enough so these nanobots monstrosities are in range of the portable EMP." And then
Yeah.
Alfred said, "But sir, that'll short your radio and you'll lose me." And then he says, "I know, Alfred, but there's no choice." And then he freaking, he holds it up in the air and he presses the button, and then he lost Alfred through his
Yeah.
radio thing. And then he says, "Okay, stay on your feet." And he's just, trying to motivate himself and everything. And so more
Yeah.
ads. There's a lot of ads in this book.
Yeah.
um,
It is.
and then,
So as
oh, go ahead, bro. You want to do this next one?
sure, not for sure. Let me.
Yeah.
After this, so of course, as he's staying on his feet, he's like talking to himself,
Mm-hmm.
the one foot after the other, and then his mind is playing back, or he's seeing where
Really
it
cool.
all replays the night where it all happened when his
Right.
parents died after they watched the Zorro. As
Mm-hmm.
you can see, little Bruce Wayne is in Zorro's stance right there,
Yeah.
and he says, "I'm not Bruce, I'm Zorro." I find that as a good, um, what do you call? What is the word I'm looking for?
What's that?
He's
A
saying
metaphor?
that he's Zorro, a
A
metaphor.
metaphor?
He's saying
Yeah.
that I'm not Bruce, I'm Zorro, not
Yeah.
knowing that later on in the years he was actually going to be the role of Zorro in that movie.
Like a real
And of
life
course, that's
Zorro.
when his dad is laughing. He was like, "Bruce, be careful. You'll put an eye out." And his mom says, "Thomas, are you sure this shortcut is safe?"
It's not. It's not safe at all.
No,
You're gonna die that night.
no, it's not safe. It is not safe at all. But of course, that's when it all ends. When he
Yeah.
the next thing he says, "No, no, turn back. He's like he's seeing them,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like talking to them. So it's the Joker
Tripping
toxin
balls.
making him
Yeah.
see that, and he's like talking to them, and then all of a sudden he just says turn, and then he just falls, and you see this image standing in the doorway with a hood on, and of course, who comes to save the day? My
Harley
girl
Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She said, "Oh brother, here we go again." And so
She's
she
funny.
already know what she's gonna do. She's
Yeah.
gonna pick him up and she's gonna carry him to wherever she needs to
Yes.
go. But yeah,
Yes.
go ahead, Shay.
So we skip over to, it looks like this penthouse, this pimped out penthouse
Yeah,
that the Joker's staying in because he has all of Batman's money. And then he said, I never thought I'd have a taste for the finer things. He said,
mm-hmm.
I was a dirty little street clown, and if I saw an upturned nose, I just wanted to stick a knife in it. He said, but
Yeah,
the high life grows on you like some kind of horrible golden fungus. And the Joker's like over here with like gold chains and like like have like a freaking,
wasting money.
like he don't give a shit. Like he's just living the life right now, popping champagne. Almost reminds me of I don't know why. It looks like what's he called? Jared Leto's freaking Joker in Suicide
Yeah,
Squad a little bit.
yeah. I think they took a little bit of that and put that in the picture
Yeah.
too. I think that was kind of the idea.
So this looks a little bit intimate to me right here.
It does.
Punchline like rubbing his shoulder and like hugging him. So I was like, are you more than a general? It looks like you guys are getting a little on. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
little bit in the background. That's just me. That's just me
Mm-hmm.
though. But anyways, Joker says while they're hugging, he says it's beautiful, isn't it? Punchline. He said from up here, the people look like little fleas swarming over the rotting carcasses of Gotham, and we're here to gas them out. And then Punchline looks really discouraged. She says Batman's still out there. She's still worried about him being,
Yeah.
being alive still. And she's like, that will fuck up all their plans if Batman's still alive, which is true. The only
Yeah.
way to win is to kill the Batman. For real, honestly.
That's true.
If Joker wants to win, you got to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And if Batman wants to win,
True.
you got to kill the Joker. That's the only way to do it.
That's true.
To win completely, like to win the game completely, you have to kill one and the other has to kill each other. So I just want to say that first. Then the Joker says, this is how it goes, my sweet. I make my move, then he makes his. He said it happens in turns. He's too hopped up on that delightful toxin of yours to make a play right now. Now we get a quiet beat where we can savor the anarchy in the streets. And then Punchline says, I'm not sure what there is to savor. She said, there's something happening in the Narrows. Some teenager keeps killing our clowns. So Punchline is informing Joker now that Clown Hunter is making waves. He is now a threat to Punchline. And she's warning Joker, like, this is, you got to be careful with this guy. He's a teenager, and he's fucking killing a lot of our guys. And then the dialogue says, one of our men burned half to death, told me the kids called himself the Clown Hunter. He just took one of our trucks en route to Ace Chemical. So he blew up one of the trucks that had the new Joker toxins and stuff. And then the Joker starts laughing. He says, see, isn't that wonderful? Punchline's like, wonderful. And the Joker's like, the vigilantes of Gotham, they don't kill. All the little bats and birds, that's one of the rules of the city. He said, whenever one of the little ones gets the stupid idea to put on a mask, they follow his rules and his symbol. And then he says, this beautiful, horrible kid knows that the rule book has been thrown out. And then Punchline, like, again, is looking real worried. She says, so you want to let him just keep killing our people? He's like, no. He said, send some of our heavy hitters to crucify him on the streets to let the city know, we won't tolerate this kind of, that kind of stuff. And then I think it's time to douse my former flame, talking about Harley Quinn. And then she say, about fucking time. Punchline says that. And then he says, if you're out to break Harl's, he said, there's only one real way to get under her skin. And then we turn the page, and he says, you have to go right for the heart. So they're
Yep.
gonna. He is allowing Punchline to fucking just straight kill this woman. So when they do get to getting this, round 2 on, I
Mm-hmm.
think Punchline's going for the punchline. You see what I did there? You see
Yeah.
what I did there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it might happen. We'll see, bro. We'll see. So you
Yeah,
want?
she might try, but I don't think. Of course, she's
Mm-hmm.
in all full Harley mode. She's probably
Yeah,
gonna get back up and stitch herself up again, and then just like keep coming for her.
yeah,
Because Harley is one of those ones that she's used a lot, and you can't just kill her off so
yeah.
quickly. So that's one of those things. But that fight is going to be interesting,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least. So, and of course, the next page when they go into it says you have to go right for the heart, and that's when Batman wakes up into this like almost like a fantasy type of like
Guarded area.
nostalgia
Yeah.
garden place, and then all you hear is Ace, Ace, is that you? There's something licking on his face, and of course it's Harley Quinn. And say, yes, it's me, Ace, Ace the Bat Hound. What? And then Harley is such a kid sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, that's what I love about her. And she said, haha, sorry, Bats, we got to stop meeting like this, that people will say we're in love. And he said, where the hell did you take me, Harley? And he said, Eden. That's what Pammy called it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently Poison Ivy had created a place for her and Joker to get away when they were going through their little rough patch and to try to reconcile. But he was like, of course, Batman was like, this is in Gotham, so Batman is not aware of these little things that are in Gotham. Yeah. And she was like, oh, come on, Bats. You know a lot about this city, but you don't know everything. There are lots of weird, wild little corners where us loonies go in between our big crimes. So that's like a place where they go and take a break and breathe. And Poison Ivy,
It's really nice.
Sweet enough to create that.
It's really
a
cool.
Nice little.
It's a nice place.
Cool little place, and
yeah,
it is. It's a nice little common place. So,
yeah.
And she said she built this paradise for me in a cave system under the park. After a rough time with me and Mr. J, I wasn't ready to let go of him then, but he poisoned me. This was kind of sort of my rehab clinic. That's why I wanted to bring you here. So, of course, that's when Ivy's usual rules are no clothes in Eden, but I don't think you and I have that kind of relationship. So, of course, I don't. I was like, no, I don't want you. No, you're not my type. But and she said, and if any of these plants have her residual personality, they'll probably try harder to eat you. And so she's like, this is where I used to go with her to get my brain in order to a point. Anyways, and of course Harley then give him something in a cup and says, I want you to drink this. And then that's when he's like, well, what is it? And he said, it'll negate the effects of the poison that's making you go nuts and fight people blindfolded while you talk to people who aren't there. Flush all those bad chemicals out of your system. Trust me, I'm a doctor. And that's when she goes back to her roots of where she was a doctor and she's like practicing her medicine again. So that's punchline, not punchline, excuse me, that's Harley Quinn for you. All right, Shay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he's like Harley, and then he drinks it, and then Harley's like, "Look, Bats, there's something different about all of this. This isn't how the Joker usually makes an attack. Like his priorities has shifted. I think that's because he's trying to change it up, in my opinion. Either that or like he's like hearing Punchline out, I guess, like trying to take some of her advice, and alter his motives and stuff. I don't know. Yeah. That's just me. Maybe. I'm just speaking of what's been going on.
He's taking a different approach than he normally does. Things.
Yeah, so switching it up.
Yeah.
So like when he's Batman's drinking this whatever this is, this concoction that Harley made for him, she says the math of it all is sideways, and you're the only one who can crack it. And then she says, but crazy Batman isn't cracking shit. So drink your plant smoothie and don't give me lip. I'll hit you with a big hammer. So she's still with her wits. She's still funny as hell. And then next you know, like Batman just starts tripping more balls. Like he's tripping out more, and he's like, "Oh, Harley." He's like, "Harley, what's happening?" And he's like tripping, dude, even more than before. And
It's
then
like what? It's like what is it? What is it that they keep? What is it? Why does he keep drinking stuff from people?
Yeah.
Stop drinking stuff.
So the next panel shows like Harley Quinn with her neck snapping, and he says, "Hey, nice. That means it's working now. You'll be out for a while." And he says, "For a while." And Harley's like, "Yeah, you're gonna go." She says, "You're gonna trip balls first, but it'll flush the rest of the nasty out of your system. See you in a bit." And then Batman is just like zoning out with like this, going into the void, tripping balls more. And then he says, "This isn't real. This isn't real." And then you hear somebody speaking in the background saying, I know my boy." And then you know who it is. It is
It's
Alfred. And he says, "And I'm very sorry, Master Bruce, but I think it's time we had a serious talk." And that was the end of Joker War Part 3. And on the bottom it says Harley Quinn versus Punchline Round 2. And this is the final page when Alfred shows up in that little tripping balls sequence or whatever have you. So that was Batman 97, Joker War Part 3, like I said before. What did you think about the book first?
I like it, of course. I just wanted to stop leaving me wanting more. So, of course, now I can't wait for 98, which I'm sure that's going to be coming out soon. But now that you're seeing, of course, you're seeing more of our boy, the Clown Hunter. You're seeing what he's about, and what the part of this whole book that I really liked was of course, the artwork, but to see Punchline get nervous, let you see that okay, she's not really all that hard. She got a little nervous when she heard about a little teenager that's killing the clowns.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, and then of course the Joker, he's not nervous. He's enjoyed that type of stuff. He's a killer. So he enjoyed that. But just to see her get nervous, that shows a different side of Punchline. But I really enjoyed Joker War. This is part 3. I enjoyed it as usual. I can't wait for 98.
All right,
so we do this again. What about you?
So first, before I give my little side review, and then but I want you to rate Batman 97 Joker War Part 3 1 through 10. What do you rate it?
I rated it an 8.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I need Batman to stop drinking stuff. Come on, get it. Like Harley said, come on, get it together.
You know what's wild? So I agree with you first. It was cool. It was some cool action scenes and stuff like that. But like I agree with you, like the Clown Hunter, he poses a really big threat, having one of Joker's new generals or whatever her, the right hand of Joker now, like really worried about him. But I really kind of am over Batman being tripping balls right now. I need him to get his shit together now. Like exactly, like let's get past that,
Like you don't have no bat toxin or something that can fight that stuff.
I know. and it's like, I don't know, man. Like I'm just over that. And then like at the very end, it's like Alfred again. I'm like, okay, but like he's dead. He's not even you. I just want to say this: Batman knows that Alfred's dead. Everybody knows that Alfred's dead. Everybody knows he's dead. He's done. It's not real. Even when you're tripping balls, you even say, "Oh, Alfred, I know that you're not here, but I'm just gonna talk to you anyway, so you can keep me focused."
Yeah.
I get that. I get it. But I'm like, I'm over that too. I'm over him tripping balls, and I'm over him talking about Alfred. And it's like at the very end, it's like, do I really want to know what he has to say? Because it's like, does it matter? Because he's dead. Like it's not like it's not a real thing. It's not gonna be real. It's just gonna be something that's mentally that's already been cycled through Bruce Wayne, Batman's mind. Like because he hears you already been through so much battles, through so much hardships with Alfred, and this is almost like similar to you. So you already know
Yeah.
that what he would say at this moment, at this time, because it's everything's going crazy.
But I do want to hear what he has to say
Yeah, I do.
because
I do.
he may end up revealing some other stuff. Like he didn't know about the suit, that metallic suit. He was
Oh,
like, I've never
okay.
seen that one before. And so I believe that was a suit that was created by Alfred.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just have this notion that Alfred has like he knew what was going to happen, and he just pretty much got him ready. But I don't think Batman knew about it.
But first, like I said, how you gonna do that when he dead? You know what I mean? Like you just gonna make something up. You know what I mean?
All of this was done. I believe Alfred knew that he was going to die, and all of this was done
No,
prior to
yeah,
his death.
yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying
Yeah,
like I'm gonna make a claim right now
go
that
ahead.
whatever Harley Quinn gave him to drink in that
Mm-hmm.
juice is either gonna open his mind and like open up a reality or some shit, an alternate reality or whatever, for him
Mm-hmm.
to actually meet Alfred in another time or something, or
Mm-hmm.
like it's just something to make him more hallucinate even more. It's either one of the two, and then like you said, maybe he will give him that talk about that suit. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know if the suit, like is that gonna help him out, or you know what I'm saying? It might help him out with this fight.
I think I think the suit is going to come in handy. I don't think it's what they're gearing to based on the suit. I think he's going to reveal much more.
Yeah.
Because remember when the guy, I always go back to that detective that says, I'm going to teach you how to lose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All of this is connected somehow.
yeah. But
And he's going to really come to the mindset like, okay, now he realizes what he needs to do.
all I know is this. I thought that we're gonna get some of the Bat family in here.
Yeah,
That's what I thought because it's already 97. You have three more issues to
yeah,
100. So
yeah.
like, I think that James Tinian is gonna close it out at 100 with this Joker War story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in 98 he needs to bring everybody into fruit, into this
Yeah,
battle now, like he has to, because it already says at the very end, it says part Punchline versus Harley part 2. So that means
yeah,
that they're going to have a lot of fighting, a lot of action in here.
yeah.
Hopefully Batman doesn't trip balls anymore. I think hopefully
Mm-hmm.
this will be the end of that, because I'm kind of
Yeah.
over it. I'm really over it. For me personally, I'm over it.
It's
I'm,
like, come on,
I'm over
let's
it.
get to it. I thought I would have at least
Right.
seen Robin or either Nightwing, someone come in right
Something.
about this time.
Yeah.
Somebody come and save him, but nope, it's Harley. She's right there
Well, and
again.
Clown Hunter, really. So,
Clown Hunter,
but
yeah,
that's the
but
thing.
I'm waiting for them to come.
In '97, it would have been
Mm-hmm.
so cool to have a Clown Hunter origins in '97. Dude, that would have been so fucking cool to have the origins
That
in
would
here.
have.
I would have loved that.
That would have. Yeah,
Some,
I want
some,
to know his background because he literally just popped up out of nowhere
I don't know. We
and
don't know.
just put a battering in a clown's head. So I'm just like,
Who are you?
who are you?
Where did you come
Where
from?
did you come from?
What's your
you
motive?
know,
Why are you doing
yeah,
this?
why are you doing this? And
Right?
he said he'll make him feel better once he kill more clowns.
But
So
why? You
it's
know what I mean?
why
Like,
are you
why?
killing the clowns? Yeah,
Yeah.
I need that origin. I need the
Right.
origin.
Yeah. And the
I
thing is,
need it.
like, he's not related to anybody in the Bat family. Like if you
No.
notice, like Batman, like Joker said, it's either bats or birds. He's not none of that.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking clown hunter. Like he's
Yeah.
like this punk looking kid with the red
Mhm.
mohawk, and like he's just going around with a bat with a batarang in it and just killing people, and killing jokers, or
Yeah.
whatever is thugs and stuff. But
Yeah.
if I had to rate this issue, it's crazy because I wanted to rate this book also an 8 too, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really did. It's crazy. Like you said,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a 9. I thought you were gonna say a
No.
9, bro. I thought you were
No.
gonna say a 9.
To be honest, I almost said 7,
Wow,
but
that's really low.
I went back to I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's what James Tinian is doing. He's building it up.
Yeah.
He's literally building it up to where I was like, okay, come on, Batman, stop. Come on, get off the stuff. Come on,
It
let's.
almost,
You
it
can't
almost,
bring it on too fast. Yeah, he
yeah,
got to slowly build it and just slowly intensify to
yeah.
where we wanted to see it at.
So this definitely felt like a filler book. You know,
Yeah.
almost felt like a filler book. But as I was saying,
Mhm.
like this book would have been perfect for the clown hunter's origins. You should have just did his origins. You should have cut out. You should have made that scene with him fighting all those zombie clowns in
Mhm.
the theater. Cut it down a couple pages. And also
Yeah.
like the dock scene, you didn't even make that long either. You could have made that a couple
Yeah.
pages, and then you would have had 4 or 5 pages to make the Clown Hunter's origins in there and incorporate it and stuff. So that would have been
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. We didn't need to see the Joker half naked with drawers on.
Yeah, see that's
We
another
need to
thing
see.
too. That you
They
didn't
could
need
have
that.
cut some of those
We
out.
didn't
I
need
mean,
that part
the origin would have fit perfectly right
right
where he
here.
set the clowns on fire. And
Hmm.
then you go into his origin. I was like, that would have been perfect right there to me.
So
Because now
cool.
I was like, now I know why you feel that way toward clowns. I'm just like, why
Yeah,
are you a clown hunter? Why are you not a Joker hunter? You know,
yeah.
what is it just clowns that you're going after? You know, are you helping
Mm.
Batman? Where did you get the batarang from? Is my question. It just
Yeah.
stuck in the bat. Where did you get that from?
He
That
probably
has to be
found
part of his origin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he probably was like a little kid and he found it, you know, somewhere laying on the ground
yeah,
at the Batman's battle or something and picked it up. And he probably looked, you know, I don't know. Maybe he looked up the Batman. Maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
We're
All I
gonna
know,
find out.
yeah, cuz the thing is like he didn't say anything about Batman at all. Like in these past 2 books. I mean, the first book he got introduced, he didn't say anything.
Mhm.
This book right here, he didn't say anything else because he was just killing
Yeah.
clowns. So he didn't really say anything at all, really.
No,
So we don't
not
know.
at all.
But yeah, like I'm I know that 98 is gonna pick up. Hopefully, it's gonna
Yeah,
pick up more because this one it kind of trailed back for me. You know, in
yeah,
my opinion, it kind of trailed back a little bit. So
yeah. I
yeah, we'll
do.
see. Like first rated it at 8, I rated it at 8. I was gonna do 8.5, but I was like, nah, eight's good. Eight's fine out of 10. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was Batman 97, Joker War Part 3. You know, that was our review, our full breakdown, spoiler review for you guys. I hope
Yes,
you guys
sir.
enjoyed the video. I'm Shane for Super Paloma Bros, and this is my brother First, Scorpio Chronicles. Make sure that you guys follow and like, comment, and subscribe. Everything will be down in the bio below, and we'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.
Good night.